Hi, hello everyone. Welcome into That Sounds Gay, a queer podcast where we discuss every season of RuPaul's Drag Race, including international seasons, in chronological order. My name is Jer, and our gay sound presented by Jesse today is...
Ooh.
That was so Madame LaQueer coded.
Ooh.
We are finally in, I think, what might be the most anticipated season of all time. Drag Race Philippines
We're here,
season 1.
babes.
We finally made it. Baby, we made it.
We made it.
I swear, we started, I think it was España 1, and people in the comments were like, I can't wait for you to get to Philippines. And I'm like, girl, we got a year. And then we got to France, and they were like, when is Philippines coming? Like, people have been waiting for this one. The people are waiting.
And for good reason.
Yes.
I mean, did it not like immediately click when you started click?
Click. It went click.
Philippines went click.
I won't lie. I was like, what if this is getting built up so much?
And then it's flop.
And then it's Flopzilla. Because, like, people told me España was good. And I'm like, okay, I'll wait. I got in and I was like, oh. And people told me that, you know, Holland 2 was going to be a bust. And I loved it.
Yeah.
People told me, you know, whatever about different seasons. And it's always so inconsistent. So I went into Philippines being like, please don't be a flop. And I think episode 1 was a little rocky. The talent show is fast.
Crazy, yeah.
It's crazy fast. But what I really like about these queens, and we'll talk about their entrances in a moment, they're on in a way that, like, other international seasons, US girls are not.
Yeah.
They come in kind of already with the character they're going to play. They know they're going to be the demure pageant girl. They know they're going to be the sexy bombshell, the body girl. But they don't really give a lot of personality. And these girls come walking in that door and they're like, personality 10. We are fully at character and TV. You're getting the volume all the way maxed out. And I'm like, yes.
Love this.
I'm here for that.
No, they got the sauce.
Yes. All of the secret sauces. They got them.
Yeah, every single one. Even the Szechuan.
The Szechuan sauce that got discontinued.
Yeah.
Which one of them is the Szechuan that got discontinued?
The discontinued Szechuan is maybe Silhouette, and then the one that they brought back is Marina. No.
Silhouette just clicked out.
I would say it's Gigi because it left and then it came back. She left Philippines and then she came back.
What'd she come back for? Gigi Era.
No, she said she's from Melbourne.
Oh,
maybe
that's
I
right.
missed the T.
She is from Australia.
So they flew her in. I was confused. I was like, why is she on Drag Race Down Under?
That's what I was wondering.
But maybe she's from Melbourne originally and now she's in Philippines. I don't know. But I was like, so she was like from the Philippines that she went to Melbourne and now she's back. She was an import.
This run has been full of imports because we had in France Lolita Banana, and then in this one we have Gigi Era from Australia. It's like World of Wonder is really like, oh, queens from another place participating in this one. Let's do it.
They actually filmed this like 3 years ago, and they're like, "This is gonna be your soft launch to host Down Under."
Could you imagine?
and then the two seasons of it air, and she's like, "What the fuck?"
Hey, if you win this one, you're gonna replace RuPaul down there. Don't worry, we got you, Gigi Era. You got this.
This is your moment, baby.
Sometimes I do wonder, though, in these scenarios where people came from somewhere else, like Gigi Era being from Down Under, I wonder how her drag would have been perceived by Ru. Because, like, she doesn't seem to me like someone that Ru would connect with very well.
You don't think she would like that baby?
I think she would love that baby.
Oh my god, imagine doing that to RuPaul song in front of RuPaul.
Ru would have been doing the
Sashay, Shantae, Panther to Magnolia Crawford's version of it.
Yeah.
Do it. Oh.
I know I'm always talking about Thailand 3 because I hate it so much, but there's a contestant in there named Siam Pussy. It's literally her name, but it's like Prussi, but it's pronounced pussy.
You could literally be like Bob the Drag Queen and Monet Exchange, like just like deliriously, because I've not seen Thailand 3. You could at this point be deliriously lying to me.
Just
like,
egregiously every single week.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, there's this bitch, you know,
Who
Katie
does a
Clit.
cartwheel.
Katie Click Click.
Katie Click Click.
And she literally lit herself on fire and then ran around the runway for 5 minutes.
Cartwheeled into Pangina's lap.
Yeah.
Handcuffed her and then ran off stage. I could just start egregiously lying about Thailand 3.
Anyways,
Siam Pussy.
Siam Pussy.
She was from San Francisco. And like every time she was on the stage, I'm like, I wonder what Rue would think about you. Like these queens that come from somewhere else that end up on these other seasons. I always just wonder, like, you were in your home country.
San Francisco's Drag Race, hosted by Honey Wait.
Oh my God.
Wait, what's her name? Not Honey Downpour. What is her
Honey
name?
Honey
Mahogany.
Is it
Honey Mahogany?
that's right.
Bed Bath and Beyonce herself, right? She was from San Francisco.
Isn't she a politician up there though? I thought she was like
she's serving politicians Drag Race, actually. That's the real tea. Who else is from San Francisco? Isn't like Camden or someone from San Fran now?
I thought Rockham was from San Fran. Is Rockham not from up there?
I could see that.
Rockham was.
I feel like there could be a San Francisco's Drag Race and it would be really buck wild.
Imagine a Seattle Drag Race. Like those are the two that I would love to see. Right next to like Salt Lake City, Utah Drag Race. The Mormons in drag would be great. I would love that. A regional little mini drag race.
But is she too regional?
Alexis Mateo's Drag Race. I would watch that. Every single week is just an Alexis Mateo quote as an episode.
Well, I heard that this was going to be Asia O'Hara's Drag Race once she shut it down. So we shall see.
All right. Let's get into these queens that are walking in. We have 12 to start us out, which is interesting. I feel like a lot of the internationals so far have not had this many. I feel like it's been like 8 to 10, right? You're looking at someone already. Oh my God. Oh my God. This split is wild.
Isn't she the first in, actually?
Yeah, our very first in is Corazon, and she says, Happy Fiesta.
Happy Fiesta? This picture says Happy
That
Fiesta.
picture definitely says Happy Fiesta. She has a lot of crowns under her belt, and she goes on about them for like 10 minutes, and they do a jump cut of her continuing to talk about it.
And it's the thing I love, because I'm not in the drag race. I'm not in the drag pageant scene, let alone the overseas
I thought you won like
scene.
15 drag pageants.
Well, so no, that's the thing, is it's like, well, I won Miss Cookie Cutter 2016. I won Next Drag Diva 2018. I won Drag International 2017. I was runner up at Next Miss Drag 2018.
I won Next Miss Barstow 2018.
Literally, and it's like, because I don't know anything other than like continental. Like, I'm like, and it's like how they talk about on season 2 how one of them was like, oh, I won like Entertainer of the Year or whatever, and like it was like the first year that happened or whatever. So everyone was like, what?
Wasn't it Shangela? It was Miss Shh, the one we don't talk about.
Shh, Angela.
I think Corazon is an interesting character on this season. She's a fun one to watch, but she also has like kind of a short arc. A very short arc.
But a powerful one.
Short and powerful. Next we have Eva La Queen. My mouth dropped, Jesse, when this bitch walked in the room. I went post-verbal. Literally, like, the makeup, the hair, the dress, this evil queen look. My brain shut down. I literally could not function.
I love her face so much. I love her aesthetic a whole lot. I love how regal she always is.
Is she too regal?
But is she too regal? Because she talks about it at one point when she clocks Brigading for their lack of branding. And she talks about like, well, I'm always giving this.
Right.
I'm always giving this. But like when they showed like a slideshow of her looks that she serves, even in the first couple episodes, it's tea.
Yeah.
The branding is there and I love it. And I love her vibe. And she's also just so sweet. So nice. So funny. So like not afraid to take the piss out of herself. She immediately is like confessional queen down.
She's the narrator of this season. She's had the bulk of everything.
Well, and I love it because, okay, I do want to talk about right away that the integration into the actual episode of subtitles.
Yes.
Because this season is this franchise is unique and it's like blended like half English.
Right.
And what isn't English is subtitle, but it's subtitle directly into the show because it already isn't half English.
Right.
So it's immediately like one of the most accessible over like, I would say like even now, like probably the most accessible.
Do they still do that?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Like of all the franchises, I feel like if there's one where it's like, oh, but I can't with the subtitles, watch Philippines. Like if you can't even do España, if you can't like get into it, like watch Philippines. Because I feel like it's the most accessible, like non-US or, you know, English speaking franchise.
Right.
I mean, it is half English speaking, but
right.
The way that, because also if you clock the top subtitles that are integrated and the bottom ones that are from WoW, the top ones like clock things a little more succinctly.
Right.
Like when Corzone is talking about, she says, I'm not a clapper. And the WoW Presents subtitles just say, I'm not a clapper. And then the integrated subtitles say, I'm not a club girl. I'm like, oh, that's what a clapper is.
Yeah.
So it's like little things like that where it's like, they obviously it's done by someone who knows what's tea. But it is very nice.
Yeah.
It's such an easy watch.
I feel like it, and you probably agree with me on this, that it's not the international season's job to cater to international audiences. Like they're there for that group of people.
Yeah.
But what I really appreciate about Philippines is that they're sort of like open-armed. Everybody welcome into the conversation about this.
Yeah.
Because even this episode during the talent show, I feel like it's Eva mentions in one of her confessionals, this is really powerful because she's doing this in drag and this is normally a women's role.
Oh yeah, Precious Paula.
Right. And like opens up the door for us to understand culturally why that's important.
Yes.
And it's like not the queen's job or the show's job to make sure that we know what the tea is.
Yeah.
But they go that extra mile to make sure we do. Where like sometimes these moments happen in other franchises and you know, we don't understand that there's a cultural significance. It's just cool or we find it, you know, neutral.
Yeah.
But here they're like, this is why that's cool.
Totally.
That's fun.
Agreed. That's fun.
I love fun.
But yeah, circling back to Eva, she makes a great narrator because she does speak English a lot. And she makes like a great viewer proxy as well. Like you were saying, how she kind of explains things and like she's like just such like a chill person. So she makes such a great narrator this season.
Yeah. And she runs like an unofficial drag agency. So she's already very comfortable with talking.
She's business diva.
Business diva down. Next we have Turing. I did not think that Turing was going to go very far at first. And I like didn't think very much of her. And the more that I perceived this woman, the more I was like, oh, wait, I'm very, very into her. I like her.
She is everything to me.
Yeah.
I love her so much.
Is this your number one so far?
I love her. She probably, her and the other one that you love very much.
Oh,
I mean, there's so many icons in this cast, but like, she makes me feel warm inside.
She has that like warm tea feeling.
Yes.
Yeah. Next, we have Marina Summers. Once again, I'm time traveling because I knew her in Versus the World, and I was ready to love her again. She's in the workroom repping Monet Exchange with the sponge look in this yellow and green.
It was giving me that, but it was also giving me Manila's Pineapple, but like the like makeover of it. Like she would wear that and then put Marina out in that.
Yeah. This was a part pickle, because Marina got even more work done.
Partial pickle.
A partial pickling.
They took it out of the jar to sample.
Is it not yet?
Before they put it back on the shelf.
Right. 'Cause she's partly pickled.
She's partly pickled. She's also fully gorgeous always.
So gorgeous.
So that's the thing too, is like she's I think just enhancing her womana.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can tell she's already all started.
Right. I don't know if we've ever talked about it. Have you seen the performance where she tips the audience?
Yes. I don't think we talked about it on the pod, but that is such a moment.
Such a moment.
I also thought she probably won the entrance line game of them all, because she said like, oh, I already forgot, but it was like something along like, because it was a play on her name, and she said like, just like every season.
Oh, right.
This one's gonna be mine or whatever. I don't remember exactly how she said, but I was like, fierce.
Speaking of fierce,
Fierce-alicious is here.
Miss Fierce-alicious is here. One of my favorite queens from this cast, and I will explain myself in a moment. We have a Lady Morgana coming in saying, "Hello, my friends with feelings." And I'm like, are you saying like, hello, friends who have feelings? Or is it like, I wrote on the cue card with feelings, but I forgot what with feelings meant. So it was supposed to be like, hello, friends with feeling.
Also, like, hilarious because, like, this look
is crazy. She looks like Aunt Sponge. She looks like Aunt Sponge going to the Titanic.
It's also not what I, like, associate her with. Coming in as this, like, weird dark lady. But then her flashing her bejeweled, like, crotch stone to them to be like, wait, no, teehee, look. She is something else.
I'm so obsessed with her. For those of you who are listening, in Drag Race Thailand Season 2, there is a queen named Srimala who is a lunatic woman, like an actual lunatic woman. Week 1, Srimala came out for her hometown look, barefoot, feet on the ground in palm leaves as like her dress. And like Srimala just continued to be crazy, like singing at inappropriate times, like loud singing at inappropriate times. And Srimala just like lives up in my head. And there are archetypes of girls that are like Srimala. Poopy Poison and Samantha Ballantines were archetypes of Srimala in España. Lady Morgana is a 1,000,000,000% Philippine Srimala. And I'm obsessed with her.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
Well, it's like if her Poopy and Srimala like came together, they would form like a Megazord.
Yes. And it would be Cedergine.
Whoa. I just did her little wave to the camera, the Cedergine wave.
I love Lady Morgana so much, and she's the CC Superstar for me. I think CC Superstar is Canadian Srimala.
That'll do.
We have next in Precious Paula Nicole. I giggled at her look. I'm not gonna lie.
This look is crazy.
It's crazy. I thought she was like first out. She like wins this thing, I think.
She is a diva.
Yeah.
But her looks are crazy. They run the gambit.
Yeah.
And this is also, again, one of the craziest looks.
A teddy bear corset.
Do you know who I could see wearing this? Diamante Mary Brown.
Stop it.
Isn't this so Diamante Mary Brown coded?
This is very Diamante coded with the little feathery shoes.
Yeah. And she would wear her little short cropped wig, and she would have that bear, and it would be Ova. She would just,
Speaking of her shoes, why do those look like Crocs?
Not the Crocs.
Look at the bottom. Look at the soles. They got the ridges, like the little ruffle ridges, like a Croc.
Not the ruffle ridges. She's sporty.
She's a sporty
This look
girl.
is so weirdly sporty.
It's interesting.
It's like as you're like do 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 do.
Get ready for this. Next. Sorry.
I was just imagining like if this was like an edit, like adding like basketball sneakers like squeaks every time she walked, like
the Lee Dawson video. The old door.
Oh my God.
In the like season 1 to 4 door.
But with that stadium music blaring. God. Okay.
Next we have in Minty Fresh. First off, my own little personal gripe. I think Minty's fun. The hair is crunchy as hell. It looks like if you were to tap it at the front, it would be like, like hard as a rock. The hair was crazy, but this is puss. This woman,
she is Puswacha.
she to me is like an entire K-pop star. Even like her styling out of drag, she just looks like those like hot music video people. And then in drag, you're just a hot MV person.
Yeah, totally.
Ugh.
Visual
Brand
center.
down. Yeah. Her and Marina have some past tension, which this was like the first little mini reveal of Marina having problems with people. And I'm like, I didn't think that Marina would have tension with anyone.
I also love that Minty's like, oh, me and Marina have a little drama. This is our, Coco and Alyssa moment of the season. But then they actually use the Coco and Alyssa music like 5 minutes later with Marina and someone else. Like, come on.
They were so shady.
I died at that.
I want to talk about that when we get there, so I'm going to put a little pin in it about the production side of this and drama. But we're going to put a pin in it so we can get through the rest of these. When she hugs Marina cringes, like visibly cringes.
Marina, see, she's not been pickled enough because her face is. But I also love it.
I love it.
You can read it.
It was Derek India.
Because also everyone else is so lit because they're like, oh, exciting, new person. People who don't know the tea, everyone's so excited. Eva's chewing it up in the corner.
Totally.
With future women who are coming in. She is chewing it up because she knows what's tea.
But
Marina is like literally like grinding her teeth down. Like, she's not going to have a bite soon.
No. She's ready.
Yeah.
She's ready to just get them shaved all the way down so she could put those veneers right on top of them.
Yeah, literally.
She's doing the work for them. We have next in Gigi Era from Melbourne, Australia. I wrote down in my notes, she looks like someone's fun uncle in drag.
Funkle.
A funkle.
Funkle.
What'd you think about this lace bodysuit with the breastplate? And the little baby doll bangs.
Malaysia baby doll bang.
Malaysia baby doll bang.
I just loved Precious Paul and Nicole going, dude, hey, bro. And then like Richard, like, I'm sorry because they knew each other. But that killed me. That the look is
It's looking. The look is looking.
I'm looking at it.
You're looking at the look.
It's looking back at me. It's honestly very like if you dipped India Farah in red, like season 3, like just put X's over the titties and put her in Mimi I'm First Arms.
Oh my god.
It's India Farah and Elvira like danced with the devil, and then this woman came out.
Miss Gigi Era. Gigi is such a popular drag queen name.
Gigi, I know. And every time you say Gigi Era's name, I think you're about to say a different Gigi.
Gigi Good. Gigi Era. Gigi Ferocious from Thailand 3.
I also even just think of Gigi Gorgeous.
Gigi Gorgeous.
Not a queen, but a queen.
A queen indeed. Next we have Vinyas Deluxe in a towel. This was so puss. This was so
literally letting them have it. Okay, so I do have blindness because my brain is diluted by drag.
Sure.
But I see her in a towel and I'm like, this is a woman.
Yeah.
This is a little 25-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Who's just got like a little like bronzer on.
Right.
Like, and like chapstick, and like she like filled in her brow a little.
And
that's it.
That's all she needed.
Yeah, maybe some like Fenty body lava. Like, I don't know. I just like, I don't understand. Because also like the voice, like that also is Womana to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, everything about this woman is woman.
Is woman. This is a woman.
But also, okay, we'll get to even later. But like, I love her because it's like she's woman, but she's a woman in comedy.
Yeah, she doesn't take herself too serious.
She's campy clown diva, looking beauty while doing it.
Right.
And I love
Mug.
that about her. But she's so funny, and she's like such a ham.
I think she's my favorite in this cast. I was ready to love Marina, and I still do. But Lady Morgana came in that room, and I'm like, oh, you're my number one. You're just crazy. And then Vinyas came in, and I'm like, oh, never mind.
No, she stays icon. Even her lows are highs for me.
Yeah. I only have watched the first 3 episodes in preparation for this, just so I didn't get too much in my brain. But like, Vinyas is it to me. Like,
I love her.
The one. Next, we have someone I completely forgot about until I looked at my notes, Prince, who is very hot out of drag, I should say. But I did not recall that Prince was here. And Prince is our pork chop, I think.
Pork chop Prince? Prince chop.
I don't have a lot to say about Prince. I don't like the look. It's very motocross. And, you know, like baggy motocross. I don't know.
They're very much giving me Child of Drag Race.
Totally.
Which, I mean, Marina is too, but in a different way, though, you know? And her and Marina are sisters. Sisters. But, like, she definitely, she gives me, like, Generation Rue, like, elevated Generation Rue. But, like, also something else.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's more, like, beneath the surface with her that we didn't get to see, which is a bummer.
Yeah, it seemed like maybe she hadn't quite figured out who she was as an entertainer. Because there's one thing to be a performer and to be good at performing, but there's another thing to be an entertainer and be that full package. I don't know if Prince ever cooked far enough into their career to know who that person was. In my opinion, just from what little we saw. Next, speaking of people who haven't solidified themselves, we have Bring-A-Ding.
Did you bring a ding?
Bring-A-Ding-Ding-Ding. To me, this entrance look, this yellow like what caftani robe. It's very it's not a caftan at all. I don't know why I said caftan. It's very like news anchor pool party. Like that's what she's giving to me. I love her visually. I think she's so pretty, but she's one of those kind of insufferable Drag Race characters. I'm sorry.
No, and it definitely feels like everyone who's making this production hates her.
They hate her guts.
Like editors hate her, storyboard writers hate her,
She's the Beverly Hills.
dermatologists hate her. Learn her secret. But no, I don't know what that is, but it's good TV.
Yeah. Last in the workroom is Silhouette with an X. I think the look was beautiful. It was probably one of my favorite looks in the entire room. Right next to Eva. Her mug is like businesswoman.
This bitch means business.
Yes.
I will say. Like, when it comes to like visuals, because she says she's a creative. I didn't clock this on first watch, but now knowing her full package, I won't say anything. She says she's a visual director, creative designer of I think it's Nectar's the name, which sounds like the big club there. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. This woman knows visuals.
Totally. She paints evil, though. The way that she contours her cheek in this U shape so that it really highlights the apples. It's very Disney villain where their face is just carved in this really severe shape.
Yes.
The black lip, the way that she just kind of darkens the eyebrows just enough with no eye makeup, just that one cut crease. She looks like a cartoon villain.
Even when she's giving soft, she's giving like Ursula. Like,
Totally.
what's her name? Ursula when she becomes...
Vanessa.
She's giving like Vanessa. She's giving like evil stepsister. Like she always is giving like, even when she's soft, it's giving evil and like severe but pretty. Very pretty.
Very pretty. I've always thought the villains were pretty. But
yeah, no, she has, it's so like, Yeah, no, very leaning into it, and I love it.
Yeah.
The dark woman of it all.
She paints like someone who's going to like smile to your face while holding a small shank and then stab you in the kitchen and walk away.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah. She's like giving that to me. Every time she talks, I'm like, who's she gonna murder today? Who's she gonna slay? Marina was her drag daughter, but they had some type of falling out. And this drama bubbles through the season. Double bubble, toil, and troubles through the season.
The guy, she gagged Marina a little bit.
Totally.
Marina's reaction kind of killed me when she went around and she really said, "Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning." Not you. You can choke. It was kind of fierce, but I'm also like, nothing says mother like hugging everyone but one girl.
I just hate that her only storyline up until the point that I've watched is that she hates Marina. Like, this woman lives out of spite of Marina Summers. Like, lives another day to wake up and thank the gods that she will live longer than Marina Summers because her blood sacrifice. You know?
She peers over her cauldron and she sees Marina getting ready, like reflecting in the bubbles, and she's like, "Your time is running out, little
Exactly. As she like slowly saps away her life force from her cauldron. I was not expecting Marina to have beef with two people, though.
I know.
That was wild.
Is she the drama?
I guess. I really can't tell, and you never know in these situations. I knew so many drag girlies who had problems with promoters or certain queens, and it was like, who was the issue here? Was it them or you? I really cannot tell.
Well, and like, there's kind of a gulf in the cast where it's like, it's a lot of people in like their mid 30s, early to mid 30s, with a lot of people in like their then early to mid 20s.
Right.
It's like you're either like 21 to 25 or you're like 31 to 35, and there's not like a transition.
Right.
So it's like the kind of like starting to become adult children who think they're adults and like think they're like working women, which I mean they are,
right?
But I mean, just like speaking like from my own perception of being in that age, like when you think like, okay, I'm an adult, I know like what's tea, and then you're with the people who are in their 30s who like just went through that a couple years ago and are like, bitch,
sit your ass down.
Yeah. And so like there's like but they're all like, you know, equals. And they all work in the same circles, and they're all family, and there's all this drama. It's like a very interesting like interconnectedness, because you definitely do see like different like levels of maturity and like,
right,
yeah. But I love it. I love it.
I thought it was really good.
I thought it was really good.
Have we had a character like Silhouette before on Drag Race?
Ooh,
because I can't think of anyone who's had this kind of stern mother vibe.
She's like evil, like, no, I don't want to say that. That's not nice.
Give her another take. Give her another take. I can't think of anyone that
I can't think
had.
of a nicer way to say it.
That's okay.
So I won't say anything.
We don't want to get canceled today for being too mean. This isn't Race Chaser, and you're not Willem. And that's fine. You almost spit your drink.
Now Willem's going to get this canceled.
We get to meet Mama Pao, and I remember following, what is their name? Paolo?
Paolo.
I remember following them for many years, like pre-pandemic.
We haven't gone to Paolo, one of my favorite hosts.
I love Mama Pao so far.
Mama Pao is mother.
Mother. I feel like what she does a great job of is blending the host role with the mother of the hen house vibes very well.
Totally.
I like that she stirs drama in kind of an organic way by being like, hey everyone, come on over to the table. And then being like, hey everyone, can we talk about this really quick? What do y'all think about that? Okay, bye. And just sort of activates the room and then leaves. Like
she loves the mess.
She does.
Lives for the mess.
Mm-hmm. I enjoy her a lot. I know you perceive Mama Pao a lot more than me. Do you have any initial thoughts going back in and rewatching the origin story?
It was just a reminder of how much I love her. I just like she's the perfect balance of like she lets them like have their fun and like be crazy, but then she's like, okay, enough, like time to be serious. Come on, girls. Like I love that. And like it's very much like mixing like what I love about like Supreme, like it's the like maternal meets sisterly energy.
Very sisterly.
And yeah, I really enjoy that. But then also she's just also like funny and shady.
She's very funny.
Like her comments on the panel are hilarious.
Those shoes.
Where are the flowers? Oh. Okay.
I love that she's not buttoned up like a lot of the other hosts are, where they're like holding their fingers together and they're sort of just standing with their cue cards waiting. Like she just
the
presents.
more it goes, like seasons, this woman's unwell. Like she's
Mama
crazy.
Pao?
Yes, I love it. In the same way that Rue feels comfortable enough to be unhinged, crazy woman, Mama Pao has that same thing where she doesn't like she is regal, but also she sometimes is just batshit crazy.
I love that,
and I love it. She'll be like making like chicken sounds. Like
that's how drag queens should be.
Yeah, I love it.
I live, girl. I live. She announces that the prize package is going to be a makeup package provided by Patrick Starr, which is wild.
I mean, love that.
Yeah.
Love her. Love them. Love some Star.
Yeah. And inquiring minds had to know Mexican pesos and Filipino pesos are different, but they have like the same currency name, which I thought was really interesting. And someone in one of my YouTube lives the other day told me that for a little while, Spain occupied the Philippines. So they got some of the language that they adapted from them.
Oh, that makes sense. I see. I know, because sometimes I hear words, I'm like, what?
Right. Literally, my brain like freaks out because I'm like, wait, I know that word. I know that phrase. But then they'll say something else that I'm like, I don't know what that was.
Yeah. It's so interesting.
Right. We get our very first Wait, did I write the mini? No, we did. Okay. Yeah. The first I wrote first maxi. The first mini challenge is a superhero photo shoot where they swallow like a collagen pill or something. And then turn into superheroes.
I can't wait when this episode airs in 2 years to find out what this reference is.
Right.
Because they have to give the line, and then it's like lightning flash, and then like
superhero
and
costume.
Yeah.
All Stars 1.
Yeah. It's your responsa.
Not that one. I can't believe that they had to lip sync to that at one point. Crazy. We are all stars. This photo shoot was really fun. I love that they got hoisted up into the air.
I know. Okay, they don't play around in the Philippines.
A costume change on day one.
Costume change, aerials. I was waiting. I was like, who's going to have the egg on their face in this photo shoot? And then, honestly, this would have been me. Silhouette, hoist up, and then immediately
falls over.
Those lawn birds, like the water ones, where it's like they're like weighted. Like she literally like, which I also like get. I was like watching. I was like, wait, I don't understand how you're supposed to be upright.
Right.
Because like, yeah, you're being like, you're anchored by your lower. I mean, lack of core strength, I guess. Yeah. I don't know, but she's like, because you're anchored by your lower body. She just flips upside down immediately, and it just
like lays there.
Long black hair, like swinging around. So funny.
But then Marina was posing the house down.
Oh no, the ones who were in it, and she was in it.
You could tell the girlies that had immense core strength because they were just turning, flipping around, and doing all kinds of shenanigans, while the other ones were like, what if I fall? Because I imagine you have to have that.
Yeah.
Rock hard.
If I had to guess, I mean, it's almost like skating or anything where it's like if you collapse into it, you make it worse. Like you have to like lift your body out of it and like hold yourself like, with your core, like you're saying. And so it's almost like you're not even like in that harness. You're trying to like lift yourself out of it with your
Right.
body so that you don't Weebles wobble.
Why did you say that? Like, what's her name from
It was
Friends?
I thought you were thinking Shaka Khan. It was a little oh my god crossover.
Oh my god.
It was a little oh god, brain rot. That's brain rot
The
levels.
Drag Race brain rot is killing us. Marina wins the very first mini challenge. I mean, she was it. And we get to the totally impressive talent extravaganza, which is it like boobs? Is that why it was that why it was funny? Because it was titty.
Tite.
Tite?
Pop off tite.
Mama Pao immediately stirs the pot by asking Silhouette who's difficult to work with. And she says,
Day one.
Marina.
This bitch lives for mess and I love it.
And you know that Mama Pao got her little prompt and it said, get her now. Start it while you can.
And she's like, delicious.
I got
She's
you.
like, this is exactly what this
She
keeps
knew.
me young.
I'll pull from my cauldron tonight. I brought it with me to the hotel.
At night, Silhouette's over her cauldron, and then Mama Pao's looking at her through an even bigger cauldron. Sucking the life Silhouette is sucking through Marina. Mama Pao sucking that through Silhouette. It's like an MLM of harvesting souls.
And then RuPaul is watching Mama Pao from all of that.
Through her coffee enema.
Silhouette goes on about how she feels disrespected by Marina, even though it seemed like Marina was not the one in the wrong here. It's all very murky.
It's murky, and that's why I'm like, y'all are confident bringing this mess to screen. I mean, I get it because it's drama.
Right.
But I'm like, it's always a little messy when it's something a little like not as fun as like, oh, she took my gig, or like,
Right.
You know, she was supposed to make this dress for me, and then like the night came and the dress wasn't ready, and like the dress was soiled.
She said I shouldn't be paid for doing drag. We get our very first maxi, where it's a talent show. I always feel so back and forth about talent shows as the introductory, and we've talked about this before. España made me, and France made me realize, like, this is a good first challenge if you have the right girls. And I think this was the right set of girls. They just didn't have anywhere near enough time. Most of them had like 45 seconds to 50 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't think that's enough time to do anything.
Because Philippines loves to like, they make time for everything in the cut.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything is entertaining. Like the
Right.
mini challenges are actually fun and entertaining. The workroom talks are entertaining and lively. Like the critiques are really like engaging. Like there is a lot packed into the episode, but that's like kind of the only detriment is like,
Right.
instead of like, oh, well, we'll snip down the workroom mere talk to make room for the challenge, like US does a lot
Right.
of times now. Like they're kind of holding equal space for everything. So some things that you wish were longer are just like old school Drag Race length, where it's
Totally.
like you're getting those 45-second lip syncs. At least we're not getting that, but it's very that vibe.
They went to the buffet and grabbed everything and put it all on the plate.
It's the sampler.
Yeah. But there's double portions on it. And you're like, I can't eat all this.
We'll get two because it's a big party. How about instead of entrees, we just do a bunch of appetizers, everyone?
So let's jam pack these talent shows in, because I feel like there's some that were more interesting to talk about than others. Because again, these were just so fast.
We can speed run it just like the episode did.
Yeah. And like, I feel like a lot of these could have been so good and so impactful if they just had like 15 more seconds each.
Yeah.
You know, Marina does her own original song. And I'll be honest, I like what she did in UK versus the World 2 later. The I'm a Filipina song was
Iconic.
so much more iconic than this one. This one was fine, but I felt like she was like oddly restrained.
Yeah.
in comparison to everything else.
It's like you're watching an idol like towards their debut when they're still a little stiff and like getting it
Right.
together versus like when they're years into their career, like choreo down, vocals down, like center.
Brigading does a magic show. She had a fucking bird.
I want to talk about the bird, the
Talk about
live
the
bird.
The live bird.
And then she's like struggling to get it out, and then it cuts away. So I'm like, what happened to the bird? Where did the
She's
bird
dead.
go? Is it like up in the rafters? Did it fly into the lights and like catch on fire? Like, what happened to the bird? What was the bird's name? It's so random. She's not beating the what is your branding allegation.
Never. Because a magic show at the beginning, I think, oh, she's like a stunt queen.
Or like comedy queen. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just so random. Like she was doing earnest ass magic. Like,
Ass
is this
magic.
your card? She was doing ass magic in the streets. That's for sure.
Next, we have Turing doing a contemporary dance. This was an homage to COVID. She was wearing a mask. I could not get over the bare feet on the runway.
But you loved it when Srimala did it.
Well,
As she was giving Woman of the Bush.
don't call out my inconsistencies. I thought it was crazy when Srimala did it, but it was iconic.
This was giving me very like, I don't know. There's always this thing on Drag Race where like a front runner and icon does like a weird like spoken word or like contemporary like dance moment.
Yeah,
It was very that.
very that.
It was very Sasha Colby doing Zombie.
Right. I mean, not that it was a bad number at all, but it also was not what I would associate with Sasha at all.
I would have loved to see, I mean, just because I know what I'm going to see from her next week and the week after that, I would have loved to have seen her just dance her ass off. But I mean, she
Right.
danced her ass off in a different way.
Right. She was holding back and not showing all her cards right away.
Yeah. This was her Maddie Ziegler number.
Who?
The girl from Dance Moms.
Oh my God.
The one who became like Sia's obsession.
That's right. Damn. Next we have Eva La Queen doing what she said was a sexy spoken poetry. So I was already primed with sexy spoken poetry, and I'm like, now, what does that mean? It sounds like a runway prompt.
And then she's like, like Shakespeare, like with the skull in the hand, she's doing this spoken word to a picture of like a scruff profile, basically. Like this like shirtless question mark
right.
mirror pic of this hot man.
And she's like miming getting fucked.
Yeah, leg up on the stool.
Talking about how she got ghosted. It was so wackadoo.
But then I also love her like self-aware commentary after. She's like, it's just a minute of like talking about sex and then some weird music. Like
right. I kind of
about her own number. I was like, she gets it. Like she's not afraid to take the piss out of herself, and I love it.
Eva, if I remember correctly, did a number about a girl who fights a dragon and then her rice burns in gas.
That is literally, oh my God. That's
drag.
the All Stars 4 clip. This is the top level of drag. You're
doing it right now.
Like that number is everything to me.
I've
God.
seen the clip and I'm like, oh, that's a winner.
Yeah,
Eva's got winner running all over her,
totally.
in my opinion. Next we have Corazon doing a village dance. Is what the way that it's set. The freaking split is nuts. There's a photo on the wiki that will not be in the YouTube cut for those of you who are watching it, but she's like splitting and it's crazy.
Mouth open, catching flies.
She did it to Phenomenon, and like it opened and it was like, drag is a phenomenon.
I died. Okay. Keeping it rolling. I mentioned Dance Moms once already.
Yeah.
This was giving me Maddie's younger sister, Kenzie, when like it was giving me very like Dance Moms, Toddler and Tiara's like youth dance, where it's like an acrobat, like under 12 years old, who's like very nimble, moving fast. and they're doing like I just want to hit the road and like do my thing kind of song, and it's like very upbeat. It was very that, like, she was peppy.
Yeah, very. It was short though. It was really short.
Brief.
Quick. Rapid even. Next we have my queen, Lady Morgana, doing a news reporting skit in 3 languages.
3 languages, 3 characters.
And a rotating wig.
I know. I love that. For one, it's like, okay, take the wig off. Okay, next look, rotate the wig. It was mental unraveling live on stage, and I loved it. It's like, it's same energy as Heidi's stand-up doing the 4 characters,
Evil.
but like funneled through like a different. It was like taking mushy brown bananas and making banana bread. She made banana bread.
She did. Doing a 1-minute news segment in a Daiso wiglet.
Not. Whoa, drag name. Daiso Wiglet.
That's my new drag name. I've changed it already. Because that's a Daiso wiglet right there.
Is that Anita's daughter?
It is.
Anita Daiso Wiglet.
There are 2 Aussie queens here. 2 Down Under queens that are in this cast.
Oh my god. The wig was crazy though.
It was nuts. It was crazy work. And this whack-ass makeup. Those fuck-ass blacked out teeth. This was so
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Also that I'm pretty sure she's younger than Minty Fresh.
Totally. This was her Spanky Jackson moment for me. I'm like, this is ass for the intro, but you better win.
I just love how unapologetically her she is, though.
Yeah. She has never met a single hinge, I think. Because there were none. There were no hinges to be found. Next, we have Minty Fresh doing an original song and dance. She had lasers on her gloves, which was really fun.
I love a laser glove. I just thought about her entrance where she was like, I don't perform a lot because, like, if I do too much, I'll get burnt out. Like, so, like, you don't see me perform a whole lot. And then even Marina was like, I never got to see her do this.
We have Vinyas Deluxe doing a comedy act. The grinder notif started, and I'm like, whoa, what's happening?
Whiplash.
It was a song about how she hooked up with someone, but then he bent over at the same time she did. So she just took one for the team.
She took one for the team, of course.
Fucked him instead.
And then she reveals to have, like, Tweaker got pipe. Like, serious camel toe.
Yeah. It was so bananas. I think I lived. I think I did. I don't know. Venus kind of did it for me. I'm like, okay, winner.
She is diva. I love her.
A lot of the girlies this season have winner energy.
Totally. That's that Philippines effect.
Yeah. Like so far, she's got winner energy. Eva's got it. Silhouette's got it. Marina's got it. You know, I think even Tooting to some extent has winner energy.
Totally.
There's a lot of girls that I look at that I'm like, you could win this. It feels exciting.
Yeah.
Where normally in the other seasons, you're like, you're going to go home early. You're home early. You're home early. You're the winner. You know?
That voice. You're gonna go home early.
That's my exhausted Drag Race voice. And then we have Prince. Is this a safe space to talk about the dangling nail? Because that's all I saw. I screenshot
It's literally
this moment.
giving like I want to add like a squeaky like like when like a cartoon like sign like falls or something, like that hinge sound effect, creaky hinge, like that is crazy.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about this number at all. It turned into a clown number out of nowhere.
Because it started hot.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, she looks great. And I thought the opening like pose and like fans behind her, I was like, okay, let's go. And then it just that nail.
That one single hinge nail falling off the glue nut
That
stain.
Gia Gun eyelash nail.
Oh my god. But the nail.
The nails.
Next, we have Silhouette doing an art performance, which was an homage to her grandma. I feel like we've seen the paint trick a couple times before. This was maybe the least impressive because when it did the zoom out, the photo was washed out in the light.
Well, yeah, because you could hear them be like, I can't see it. Well, because at first it's invisible, so you can't see it. But then she adds it, and I'm like, even up close, it's faint.
Yeah.
Not to take away from the story, but the effect was a little minimal.
Also, what they do emotionally manipulating this woman was evil. We'll get to that very soon.
Oh, yes.
With her grandma storyline. Dark-sided people are all around us.
Even in the Drag Race Philippines production team.
Next, we have Gigi Era doing and I quote, risque dance.
My favorite.
To me, I don't know if you felt this way, it sounded like a Kids Bop version of Reggie Wrote You.
Okay, yes, I hold space for that. It was giving me, speaking of risque dance, it was like you know that meme format where it's like you remember blah, 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 this is them now.
Oh,
Feel
yeah.
Old yet? In High School Musical, the girl who's like, I love to pop and lock and jam and break. But like,
you're so right.
But like, this is her all grown up.
Oh my God.
It was giving very that kind of choreo. It was giving like
that.
white girl who like loves hip hop. Can I say that?
I also say that. You could say that. I also want to talk about in her promo photo. Why is she holding a box of jewelry?
Opulence. Look at my necklaces. She said, I wore this one, but the jeweler brought these.
These are new.
The jeweler drove these over this morning. I have them on loan.
This one is $100,000.
My husband got me this one after he cheated on me the second time. And I caught him on the shared iPad.
This one I confiscated from one of the sluts that was leaving the premises. I found it laying on the bed. Last, I think is last, we have Precious Paula Nicole doing a folk dance.
Hot.
Marina explains, that's who it was that explained it. I thought it was Eva, because she's been narrating everything. But Marina is the one who explains the significance of this because she's doing the female parts, which gives it a lot of power since she's doing this in drag.
The female parts.
The same female parts. And I want to echo what I said earlier, is like the international seasons owe nobody any open doors, but I'm glad that Philippines does it.
Yeah.
Because they really don't have to.
Yeah. It is not the problem of it being too, like, where it's like, oh, this feels like it's made for U.S. audience, and it takes away, like, the integrity of the product. It still feels like it's made for everyone, including its original audience.
Right.
But it's also very accessible and welcoming to people who don't know the, like, background notes of everything.
Totally. And I appreciate that. I appreciate it a lot. Our very first runway is Ternoshi Beta Don't. Did you have any immediate standouts from this one?
Okay, well, an immediate standout is just quality, first of all.
Sure.
Like, in general, there's a lot of really good quality. I love Eva's look so much, though.
The lettuce.
She just is so pretty to me. Yes, I love her lettuce. I mean, I'm a sucker for green. My initial standouts are Eva's lettuce, and I really love Precious Paula Nicole's look, actually. I think it's so cool.
That one is very, very pretty. I wrote down yo in my initial notes. I love a mix of patterns, especially ones that shouldn't really go together, but these somehow do. They just work really well. And all the colors, it's very maximalist.
Yes.
The lines are super clean, but there's everything, including 100 beads. Very into that. And I agree with you as well. Eva was my other top two because of that lettuce look and that sharp, hard blue that's at the top.
That, like, very, like, Cinderella-esque wig, like evil stepmother-y. Like, I love it.
But it's also very like 80s glam shot too.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I love it.
She's like giving me 80s glam shot model. Like someone who would be on a poster board for Coca-Cola, like holding on to it, just about to take a sip. Like that's the vibe I get. And maybe 70s, somewhere in that era. They were incredible for me. There were others that I really did like. I liked Minty's look a lot as well. I thought that was very pretty. But she's got that hard helmet hair again. She's got that hard ass helmet hair. Prince, I want to talk about because she is our pork chop. The wrinkly bodysuit and those shoes. They go in about those shoes. Mama Pao was offended spiritually, physically, emotionally. Those shoes torment her.
The mother of the bride shoes.
Yeah.
It's very mother of the bride in space.
Conveniently, the next acting challenge. Mother of the Bride in space.
In space, no one can hear you die.
Only 4 of all of these girls are called safe for critiques, and they critique all the rest of them.
It sucks to be one of those 4. It's like, well, damn.
Well, fuck my drag, I guess. Damn,
I won't know.
Because they hate me. What did you think about Minty winning the first challenge? Did I say Minnie or Minty? I think my brain short circuited.
Minty Cooper.
Minty Cooper. What do you think about Minty winning this first one?
I didn't see it for her.
I didn't either. Who did you see it for? We'll say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
Wait. I need to think about it. I need to think about it.
Okay.
I think I know who you're gonna say, but I'm gonna say someone else.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Venus.
Precious Paula Nicole. I knew you were going to say Venus. I see it for Precious. I see top 3. Venus, Precious, Paula, Nicole. And then like one of the dancers, like maybe Marina.
Okay.
Or like, I don't know. I mean, I could see Minty up there still.
Sure.
But like, I agree. I think that those were really up there. I thought also because Minty, I think it's just because I'm so used to the U.S. product. Where I'm like, yeah. I was like, what other people are doing, though, you know?
Yeah. I also could have seen it for Eva.
Oh,
I thought the number was really fun. And the look, that lettuce. I loved it. I thought it was really good. I really did.
Showing Scarlett Harlett how to do Lettuce Woman.
I forgot that she did that. Period. Our very first bottom 2 is Prince and Lady Morgana to this song called Tala, where Prince just did everything.
Yeah, she threw it all.
Way too much. Lady Morgana was like really commanding the stage, and I'm like, yes, Filipino Srimala, you better.
She commanded it, and then she did. I don't understand. Did the hair just happen to be assembled like that? She split
the split.
She splits the bang like Sasha Velour split her face mask in the "It's Not Right, But It's Okay" lip sync.
That was nuts.
It cracked like an egg off of her scalp.
Yeah,
and she like split the bang piece into 2. Like it was crazy. I was like, did the hair woman give it to you like that?
The hair
like
woman. Did 1-800-WIG Takeout send it to you like that?
When you went to the hair, the drive-through and you ordered and then she gave it to you?
Hi, can I get a helmet wig with disassembling bangs, please, in black and white?
Can I get the black and blonde in Jigsaw, please?
It's giving those dolls from the early 2000s where you can take off the skirt and it becomes a tube top.
Oh my God.
And then you like pop off the ponytail and it becomes like a side part or something.
It's giving when you don't want to pay extra for in-home delivery and setup, so you assemble it yourself.
I am kind of obsessed with this woman. Like, and when
she's
I
everything.
Kinda,
no,
I mean
she's such a joy to watch. For real.
She really is. Lady Morgana is in and our pork chop
our
queen.
Pork chop queen.
It's
our
Prince.
Our Prince chop.
Our Prince chop is pork Prince. And They walk out and Mama Pao says, "But those shoes." I really think that Mama Pao like wakes up in a cold sweat still in 2025 and is like, "Oh, those shoes. Oh, the
Literally.
shoes."
Like high-pitched scream.
Please tell me there's a shoe runway in Philippines too.
The shoes.
The shoes. I would love
We
that.
haven't seen the I have a feeling we haven't seen the last of shoes.
Now, I have been told that Untucked is required viewing. So I did watch Untucked for this episode, but I didn't write a lot of notes because I felt like I was still kind of getting to know everybody.
Yes.
I wrote some notes down about Untucked for episode 2 and 3. But if you have anything you want to say about Untucked for this, the stage is yours.
I mean, Paula sets up mess for next episode
Oh,
because
yes.
she tells Corazon that Tootie wanted her to go home first, which was straight up not true. But Paula is feeling precious, and and so she like fully got Corazon activated over that, and Turing's like, "Bitch, no." But then it like really sets it off for next week.
The storylines are storylining. And I love that these girls, I said it earlier, they're on.
It's next week, the fight. Yes.
It starts here, though. The seeds of doubt are planted and they
Yes.
sprout. Our episode 2 is called Sagalamazon. And in the workroom entrance, Lady Marmalade says that Lady Marmalade, I wrote down. Lady Morgana.
Oh,
Why did I write Lady Marmalade?
Morgana.
Morgana. Lady Morgana.
Oh my god.
Says that she wants to do the snatch game, and Corazon retorts, "Do you think you're gonna make it that far?" These women are rotted. They're so rotten.
Also, kiss of death.
That's when it got her.
It's Princess Poppy. We'll see about that.
Corazon and Turing already have some tension because of what happened in the Untucked, and they start talking about it here. And I want to talk about the mini challenge specifically because of this gorgeous, delicious, like 6'3" pit crew man. The Philippines pit crew is
The
working me
Philippines pit
out.
crew. Mabuhay.
Mabuhay, because like they're not particularly like jacked buff. Like in a lot of the international seasons and even US, they pick these like buff, jacked dudes.
Yeah.
But they're
meat.
just like fit, hot boys.
No, they're very like if you're watching like a drama, like
Yeah.
the guy who can't act but is there to be the boyfriend or like the meat that's
Yeah.
like the love interest for that arc.
Very that.
He's very much giving 3-episode arc.
1000%. What did you think about this bamboo stick challenge to grab the flag?
Fucking obsessed with the debauchery.
Debauchery indeed.
All of the outfits, the way they like bro out when they get called, and they're like doing like push-ups, and they're like, hey, 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 hey.
Yeah.
But like, but then like some of them are giving like Womana, like okay, highlights. Fucking Eva the Queen in the like this like kind of like B-girl look, but then like the stripper shoes like not tied or like the straps like not done, just dangling around. Lady Morgana in the like ice skater look, and then she's like, "This is what we wear in university." But then yeah, they all cracked me up.
This
It's
was
so
funny.
funny. The like mini challenges in this show are actually so funny compared to like other franchises because like I don't like next episode is more of like a US kind of mini challenge where they have to like rank each other. I was like, this is snooze fest.
Totally.
I love when they're doing shit like this. These are the best mini challenges.
Buck wild shit.
Yes, because Philippines like specializes in this debauchery because they do a lot of like kids games for mini
Totally.
challenges. I feel like Thailand does that too.
Thailand did that quite a bit
España
too.
does that. I feel like a lot of international scenes in general do that more, where they do like their country's like kids games as mini challenges, which I think is a fun way for like international viewers.
Totally.
We don't have a lot of culture. Oh my god,
No, we have none
need a
here.
mini challenge where you do that huge multicolored parachute and then you like fly it up in the air and then you like all come and sit on it.
The problem is they do
Drag
everything.
is magic.
Drag is joy and magic. The problem is they do everything on these sound stages.
Yeah.
And like they don't always have enough room to build stuff just for
Yeah.
like a one-off mini. And that would require them going outside for that. I would love like a Red Rover or something.
Well, yes.
That
Well,
would
just
be
'cause, like,
fun.
stuff like this, you could tell they're having so much fun. Like, genuinely, it's such a hoot. I love it.
I just had the worst war flashback. Do you remember when they made them play, what was it? DRAG with the basketball?
Come on, B. I am giving Karima, Abdullah, Jabara, realness. I think about that a lot. Yeah.
The fact you just spouted off the quote, that was crazy. It was DRAG, right? That they were trying to spell or
think
something.
so.
I don't remember what that basketball thing normally is that you're supposed to spell.
It's hilarious.
Insanity. Corazon is the winner, and she was so proud of herself. I liked her monkey sounds. Her like, so wild.
The silhouette being like an old person playing golf. Just there's so much to talk about.
There's a lot that happened this week.
These antics.
This is such a fun season.
Yes.
God, and it's a fun cast. They have a good time with it. Mama Pao announces that summer is almost in full bloom. And I had another solid snake moment because they talk about this summer festival about flowers, summer with a floral theme as the runway in France. That probably would have been happening right around this same time as these aired. Wow. Yeah. I'm telling you, WoW gets this bug up their butt, and they're like, that season and that season are going to have the same challenges. Like Holland 2 and UK 3 both having the camping challenges. And then there was something that happened in Canada that was happening somewhere else.
They're just like, I really like that idea. Let's send it multiple places.
Yeah. It's a fun concept. And then if you're keeping up with everything, you're like, oh, look, they're doing it here too. That's really fun. Drag is international. Drag travels.
Somehow Bosom Buddies didn't land. Bosom
Buddies,
Buddies.
partners in crime. I can't do. I'm your biggest fan. Corazon gets a 15-second head start because she won the challenge. And this is a lot of unconventional materials. What did you think about these materials on their own before we talk about the challenge itself?
Well, it's interesting. It's very much giving craft store.
Yes. They rated whatever their Joann's is.
Yes. It's okay. It's giving like the craft store that's also a party store because it's like bordering on like party supplies that also could be for crafting. But it's also interesting because there's such an emphasis on flowers, but there's a lot of other stuff that's not flowers. So it's like, so what's all this shit? Why are there all these spools and like
What was all
baubles?
that for?
Yeah.
Because it's a floral theme. So why do they have all this thread?
Where are the flowers?
Okay. Also, if they're allowed to use anything that's here, do you think they provided them like bolt cutters or something? Like, what if one of the girlies wanted to use the shopping cart and like bolt cutted the shopping
Can I
cart
get a
open?
chainsaw?
I just need to saw this in half. Let me use these wheels for something. I'm gonna make a boat. Do you mind? I'm just gonna get some construction
God,
going.
imagine like I just need the wheels. I just need the wheels.
And they wheel out on a singular wheel on their heel.
They fulfill Bob's vision. The transformer woman.
Stop it. We love an unconventional material challenge. I feel like we really gravitate towards these. This seemed like a 1-day challenge, though. Like, they got the materials, worked on them for like 4 or 5 hours, and then presented them.
Well, because because when they're talking about the timeline of something, they're like, you made this today? So it's like, they really just had today. This wasn't no like, go home, work on it on the hotel shit. Like,
No.
This was like, okay, like, see you later.
This was the Fran's Makeover Challenge. They got it that day and presented it that night.
This is literally like you have some time to kill and you like throw some kids. It's like when you make like Play-Doh for kids and you're like, okay, like see you in a couple hours, have fun. Like they really just kept them busy.
And they had to make a little archway too for themselves. That's insane.
That's like actually crazy.
I would not. I would have broken down. I would have had a full meltdown.
I would have spent the whole day just making the arch.
I would have spent the whole day crying in a corner. And then when they finally came out of my depressive spiral, I'd have been like, I'm just going to wear whatever I brought from home. You can send me home. I don't care.
Okay, well, whatever shred of myself would have been left after that sewing, the level of difficulty that was being like the judging was being curved on
Right.
was actually insane.
Right.
They were on their France shit where it was like, well, I see you didn't backstitch on that. Did you use a seam ripper there? It looks a little thin. Like they were.
Did you use a double stitch?
Yeah.
Or was that a single stitch?
Oh, you didn't zigzag that elastic.
I can tell.
Yeah. Knit fabric, you gotta zigzag. It'll just stretch right out of that jersey. Like
Did you glue gun that? Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
yeah. Use silver thread on white fabric. Why?
Eagle-eyeing stuff.
But like seriously, just because like sometimes the caliber or like the bar is so low with some like sewing challenges that sometimes when everyone's like churning out some pretty impressive stuff, and they're like, this is trash.
And some of these were. Do we want to rapid fire through these? Because, I mean, they
Well,
only
yes.
have like maybe 5 or 6 hours that they got to work on these. So, like, I don't want to be too critical.
Too harsh.
We
Like
have
some of them were.
But some of them looked like they happened that fast. We have Minty Fresh first out. She honestly looked like a Sailor Moon villain or something. Like, I could totally see like a cunty flower shop lady in
Yeah.
this, so, like posing and then getting Moon Tiara action out of the scene.
Yes, and she like has like a rose petal beam.
Yeah, the hair is really cool on this look. I love the asymmetry of it all. This is really great
Love the
work.
asymmetry. Love the like weird stockings to like offset it.
I think she made those too, right? That's impressive.
She is impressive. This is impressive. This is very impressive.
It's super impressive. I wish I brought cards or something to rank all these, but this one would be very high for me.
I would say it's probably my number one. It's to me the strongest, most like fully realized POV.
Yeah. And branding down.
Yeah.
Brigading is out next. I was so distracted by that panty. That bright pink panty. I mean, good for her for doing it and listening to Jasmine
green
Masters.
panty?
Where was the green?
Put flowers on the panty. Like put like leaves on the panty. I mean, like it did stand out. I thought from the cooch up it was gorgeous though.
Yeah. If you were to crop it, that hair too is beautiful. And her
Yeah.
mug is stamped.
No, she's got a great mug.
I love her mug. We have Tooting out next. We certainly do. She like glued tulle to her boobs.
Fashion. It's fashion.
It's fashion. I mean, can I be hateful? I know I said I didn't want to be too harsh, but she spent all of her time making the skirt, but it's a piece of fabric.
It's giving tropical Swedish piñata.
Oh my God, that's so evil and correct. I just don't know what she spent all her time doing because like that skirt really should not have taken that much time.
She was getting ready for the lip sync.
She was out there prepping.
She was feeling sexy tonight.
Okay, that song ate.
Ate it up.
She
Yes.
ate that up. We have next Precious Paula Nicole.
Woman.
That I mean, is a woman, but we've talked a lot about some of the tight choices that some of the women have chosen. The skin, her complexion is like beautiful, rich, luscious, and then her tights are vanilla. That's vanilla wafer right there.
Literally.
There's no
cream
color
puff.
to it. Cream puff. The contrast of her legs to her arms is like at least 17 shades. The mug is
the
muggy, though.
palest woman.
The palest woman. I like the hair. I like the makeup. She's got no neck though, and I wish that like She had just a little
No neck
openness here.
monster. No, it's very Tinkerbell to me.
Yeah. Then we have Gigi Era with her entire pussy out.
That's the GG era she's in right now. Yeah, just flowers around the midriff, pussy out.
My favorite part is the tights are stoned if you zoom in, but the panties are not. So she just has doll
That'd be
puss.
gauche. You want me to stone my puss? What?
Stones on my pussy?
But then, like, her mug is so, like, she's so giving, like, senator's wife.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Oh my god. The look is crazy. I know that they had very little time, but it is crazy.
Yeah.
Marina Summers is out next. And I think she did well by creating something that was kind of slinky, but there really wasn't a lot going on here.
Yeah, it's giving, like, she wanted to be Jasmine from Aladdin for Halloween. And so she, like, threw this together.
Totally. What if
She's
in
gorgeous.
the pageant for swimsuit category I did Princess Jasmine? That's what this is to me.
Very that, sister.
Corazon is next. Girl, what the fuck is this?
It's the way that Jiggly clocked her within an inch of her life. And I loved it. She said, bitch, you did not make that mini dress. I know you did not make that mini dress.
That mini dress did not. Oh, that tulle. Oh, that mini dress fabric.
Oh, that chicken wire.
I mean, one, I want to say none of these materials had anything to do with summer florals.
She took a mini dress she made years ago. I don't know when she made it. Did you make this? Yes. Today? No. So
Well, no.
she took a dress from home and then covered it in chicken wire and back to school supplies.
First year at Fit'em Supplies.
BTS,
Yes.
not the boy band. Back to school, mama. And then leaves along the perimeter.
That's my new drag name.
She put leaves along like the seams and edges like she was trying to hide a trap.
Don't look, there's a trap door here.
Yeah.
But don't notice there's leaves on top of it.
Yeah, see all those flowers? There's a reverse bear trap under that.
It'll explode. This was nuts.
They were not feeling it either. They were really. And Paula put. Okay, so first, Jiggly, Queen Diva Mother, put her on blast for bringing that dress. And then Mama Pao was like, and she had a head start, everybody. She had time to pick her materials.
And she took everything that would cuck the others by taking all their sewing supplies.
And it's usually something they say like when the girls aren't there, like when they're delivering to each other, like, and mind you, she had a head start, and they're all like, wow. And they're saying that to each other. She said that to
her face.
To her face in front of everyone, like to the room, and like, and she had a head start. I was like, damn, love it.
And she sucked in the challenge. Next we have Silhouette. And we finally figure out what her silhouette is, and it's a straight line. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Sorry to be hateful. A silhouette just clicked out of the podcast. I feel like if your name is Silhouette, you gotta give a shape.
She's giving if Charlie XCX was a feature on Pound the Alarm by Nicki Minaj. What?
I see it, and that's evil.
I love that other woman pump though.
A womanly pump. She does have very nice shoes, from what we've seen. I will give her that. She has nice.
She has very nice shoes.
Mm-hmm. Great shoes.
Has anyone ever told you have great shoes?
That's like such a backhanded compliment, isn't it?
Yeah.
No
My
hesitation.
favorite part of your drag is your shoes.
We have Eva La Queen out next in that pageant glam hair, and I'm obsessed with it. The look is really simple, but I mean, the arch is, I think, my favorite of all of them.
It is a nice arch. It's very spring. It's very Animal Crossing in the spring. It's the like bridal.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the like when you get like the summer wedding prompt.
Totally. Very, very, very that for the photo shoots.
Yeah.
I do want to give her props for the nude strap that she had on the dress. I think that was a smart choice to keep it all up. A lot of girls weren't really thinking that way.
I mean, that shows intelligent design, which I think is worth acknowledging.
Absolutely. Next, we have my diva, Lady Morgana, looking like a lunatic. That hairline is 6 feet behind her eyebrows. That's like a quarter of the way up the head, and she blended it with glitter.
And the eyes. And then is that a green lip?
A electric green, metallic green lip, no brows, barely any contour to be seen, just a light blush in a straight line across the cheek.
She's giving what are they called from Dream Drop Distance? Are they Dream Eaters? What are they called?
Oh my god.
From Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance? What are those called?
I know exactly I think they're the Dream Eaters, the little plushy creatures. Yeah. Stop it.
Yeah, it's giving that.
Stop it. She does look like she's from Dream Drop Distance. It's a mess. This is a disaster. But I still am like, yes.
But that's still Mother.
Yeah, that's not bottom for me. It may be one of the worst looks, but it is not the bottom look.
You know what? You are right in that.
It's rotten, but it's not that rotten. Then last we have Vinyas in quite possibly one of the coolest looks that came out this entire night. And that hair that she chose with this, the smartest styling, I think, from everyone that was here. A lot of them, I think, tried to stamp their brand a little fiercely. And she just kind of went with a glam, nice hair that complemented the gown. It wasn't too distracting. Was up a ways, scooped from her face. Highlighted the mug, which is the stamp. And then just had this fun little flouncy dress that she could go anywhere with. It's
like cunty, like Jane of the Jungle.
Totally.
Like she runs the show in the jungle queen moment. But yeah, the mug was like ridiculously stamped. She is so beautiful, it hurts me. Causes me pain.
I just had a thought. What if they couldn't do a 2-day because these are real plants? What if they would have, maybe that's why they would have withered.
Yeah.
Like if they left it for a day, they would have come back and these leaves would have been brown.
They had that problem in Holland, didn't they? Because they used tulips, live tulips.
I think so. And then in the candy ball, Alaska's cotton candy shriveled up.
Yeah.
Sometimes when they use stuff that's meant to like be fresh and not exposed to oxygen this long, like obviously plants are, but when they're plucked, they lose all those nutrients. I wonder if that's why they would have wilted and died and they didn't want to get plastic ones.
Fan theory. I buy it.
Maybe, because I mean, everything looked to be genuine plant life.
It did, yeah.
None of it looked plasticky. Even the way that it looks in these photos, it doesn't have that kind of like waxy shine that a lot of them do. Plus, this would be biodegradable.
Well, and a lot of the plastic plants would actually be really hard to like manipulate for sewing, I feel.
And they probably might melt if they put hot glue on them.
Wow, T.
Huh. Just wondered. She also slipped, but she made a bit out of it. And she like pretended to fall again. Like, oop, am I going to do it again?
Right?
Nope, not going to this time. And got the judges rolling. And that's how you tackle a slip, I think.
Yeah.
You just make it fun.
Roll with it.
She's it for me. God, I love this woman. Brigading monologues in the critiques about how she wonders if like this is even, oh no, this was after, if she was in the right show because she was just safe, like on their way out, because she gets called safe and she's like, I just don't see what they're not seeing. Do they not think that I'm fierce? This must be the wrong show. She is so deluded. She drank her own juice.
She was deluded and tooted.
And then she'll get booted.
Oh.
Can I ask you a question? Why did Tooting paint her nostrils bigger? I feel like your nostrils are not something you want to be emphasized. She wrote a football shape on her nose.
Someone is it Lux who does that? Doesn't Lux also draw her
Oh, I
nostril
think
bigger?
so, yeah.
I'm trying. It must be a specific reference. Like,
Maybe.
there's a woman who has that nostril and they are it to them.
Maybe.
Which, like, I can respect that.
Sure.
But that's one of those things where I would never think about nostril manipulation in drag.
Never. I would want to make my nostrils as small as possible. Don't look at them.
I just wouldn't be thinking to add shadow around the nostril, though. Like, I don't know, like, to be like, oh, I want my nostril to be shaped like this. Like,
Right.
I feel like obviously like the perspective over your nose is one thing, but the nostril, those are the fine details I never thought about. That's why I could never be a queen. I'm not thinking about what nostril am I giving in drag.
What nostril are you giving in drag, fellow drag performers? Mama Pao is shady as fuck in this deliberation. She tells basically Tooting, like, you're the bottom bitch. Who do you want to lip sync against? And she says, well, Corazon.
Well,
Obviously.
obviously.
I want to send her home because I don't think she should be here, or at least that's what she thinks. So, hey, let's send her home. But also, Corazon was awful. So, like,
But then also they ask Corazon, and she's like, "Yeah, Tooting."
I gotta prove her wrong. She thinks I shouldn't be here, and I want to beat her. This was like such great TV producer moments, such great shady cuts, but it did not feel like malicious cigarette goat shrub.
No, it just felt like good TV drama cutting up.
Yeah, and I kind of lived. And we get Vinyas as the winner. She gets a custom gown from Rajo Laurel, the designer that's on the panel.
Yeah,
And apparently she's only the second drag queen to ever get a custom gown from him. That's cool.
I mean, that's pretty impressive.
That's a cool
And it's like you got
package.
to meet him, so like I don't know, there is weight to it.
Yeah. Seems like a really good opportunity for future work. Our bottom two is Tooting and Corazon. And I mean, they were both genuinely the worst, but also they had such friction already. So this was a great TV moment and a great competition moment.
Yes, it was a perfect little like 2-episode arc.
Yeah, it was quick.
I loved it.
I like that Philippines, and I mentioned earlier, I wanted to put a pin in this. Philippines has found a way to mix story producing and genuine competitiveness into this really seamless package that I think like España does quite well as in addition, but I don't think they have as much drama happening over there in España that the US Drag Race franchise just cannot do. They're either really heavy with story editing or really heavy with like manipulating situations to happen. But I don't think we normally see moments where the cast are fighting with each other that genuinely leads into they both did not perform well, and so there's adequate justification story wise and competitive and competition wise to put them in the bottom and make them fight, you know.
Yeah. No, totally.
It's really fascinating and cool work they're doing.
And it led up to a good lip sync too.
I'm feeling sexy tonight.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very quite all right.
This was good. Tooting did that arm thing, and I was locked all the way the hell in.
Right? Like literally to start it out, and you get all the girls in the back were living too.
Yeah.
Like, they were living. She moves her body so well, and just like she moves with so much energy and like intention and like I don't remember where I ranked it, but this was in my top 10 lip syncs when we talked
I remember
about
you
it.
mentioning this.
Yes, this was in my top 10 lip syncs. I don't remember where it ranked, but it was high because
Yeah.
I love this lip sync.
I remember you being like, this is a spoiler. You'll probably forget about this by the time we get there. But as soon as it came out, I'm like, I remember just talking about this.
I love this lip sync.
It's so good.
Turing just like really turns the party.
She does. She's like gorgeous too. She's so pretty.
Yeah.
Another one that I look at her and I'm like, that's a woman. Like that's just a woman on the stage right there, just dancing. I don't know what Turing identifies as, but Turing's a woman. Oh, an entire woman.
An entire
woman.
Full woman.
Turing is in, Corazon is out, which was completely deserved. And on her way out, Corazon is like, you're going to get... Oh, no. it's Tooting says, "You're gonna get more of this," and Mama Pao goes, "Not more of that,
Not more.
not that. Please, no
Forever.
more of
She like
that."
literally has like a moment every episode,
Yeah.
almost like a iconic judge moment. And I mean, she gets to this episode because she has the "Where are the flowers?" and not more of that. Like her faces are everything. Like she's so animated too. That's the other part. Like
Yeah.
she's such like a good comedic character.
She's great. She's easily becoming one of my favorite judges. Like, I really do love me some Supreme, and I've had 2 seasons with her, but Mama Pao is like scooting up, you know? Like, she is shot to the top of my ranking already. She's right up there with Supreme. It'll be a fight to the death for who's going to be number one at some point. So let's talk about Untucked a little bit. Because Brigading is very upset about being safe, and Eva tells her that she's got a branding problem. I thought this was interesting because, like, from a viewer perspective, for those of us who are a little more plugged in to what Drag Race is typically looking for, they're looking for someone who is stamped and branded. Eva's sort of that queen proxy of, like, the show wants you to have this.
Yes.
And you are not giving that. And Brigading is like, well, why don't you know my brand? Why don't you understand it? My brand is that I'm pretty. And she's like, but I do this, and she does that, and Marina
With
does
the
this.
like visual like slideshows of like their, which you can see in even just 3 episodes, like these cohesive packages.
Yeah.
That people are, well, only 2 episodes at this point that people are already showing.
Right. And I really found that very interesting, that already she's not quite understanding what is going on with what the judges are disconnecting with, but Eva's literally opening up the door to be like, this is the problem. Here's the answer. It's very easy. Just figure out what that is and you'll get it. And then Brigading and Minty get into it because Brigading was dragging out some situation with Marina at a bar and making jokes about it. Like, oh, they had a fight. They're feuding. And Minty's like, you had no right to bring that up. That wasn't your story. And Brigading is like, well, don't you think you're just being sensitive? Like, do you think in that moment you were just being sensitive? Because, like, I didn't know the situation. And Minty's like, yes, that's why you shouldn't have said anything, because you don't know what you're talking about. But don't you think you're just being sensitive, Minty? Like, doubling down and going, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but don't you think you were sensitive in that moment? Don't you think you were just being
Minty's
a baby?
not having that.
No.
She's not.
I would never be gaslit by some little twink in pink panties and an asymmetrical leaf gown telling me that I'm a snowflake and that I'm overreacting to her airing out my drama.
Asymmetrical leaf gown. Please, please.
And literally, I texted you this because it was so iconic. Because Brigading is like, I guess I didn't know that drag in the Philippines was so sensitive. And Eva, without missing a beat, is like walking across the room and she's like, we're not sensitive. You're just insensitive.
Incredible.
Bitch, these untucks are it.
It was a really good like fight so early in the season.
Yeah.
Like so unexpected too, because there's people with beef and it's not between them. It's because of the beef, but not between the beefers.
Yeah.
Very good. And it does, I won't say much, but it does carry. Like it just like, it definitely permeates the energy with them. So it's very interesting.
We were talking about this, I think, last week before we got into this one, that why did this season get an Untucked? And I'm sure that they just keep the cameras rolling all the time.
Yeah.
But other international seasons may not have enough meat and potatoes happening that they're like, just pare it down to 5 minutes. Where I bet they looked at all this and were like, we have to make this separate. We can't squeeze this into 5.
I mean, like, even the first 2 episodes, we get the setup to Corazon and Turing's fight in the main episode happening in episode 1 Untucked. And then episode 2 Untucked, we have this fight go down, which is also like major story stakes. So yeah, you're really only getting half the story.
Yeah. Untucked is absolutely required watching here. And the final episode we're talking about today is Pop Off Ate. I thought it was Pop Off 8, but Ate makes more sense.
Like she pop off, she ate.
Pop Off Sis is, because Ate is sis, I think, right?
I believe so.
According to the translations, that's what it seems. Our mini is a ballot election ranking. You did not live for this. It sounded like earlier.
I thought I hated it. It's just this was very U.S. Drag Race
Very.
mini challenge to me. I was like, oh, okay, this is more the mini challenge I'm used to than like us playing like get the flag off the pole like kids games, which I'm
Get the
very
flag
much
off
here
the
for.
TV.
Yeah, get that flag off the TV. I'm not getting that.
See, what I liked about this is like this is very idol coded. In both K and J idols, the fan clubs every couple of months will like reach out and they'll be like, rank your favorites. Who do you like the most? And I know AKB in J Idol, they rely on their fans to vote for like who the favorite girl is, and then she gets like the front and center spotlight of the next
Yes.
MV. So like I really enjoyed the idleness of this all, where it's like rank everybody who you think is the best to worst. And
Yeah.
then the top and the bottoms are the team captains. I don't know, something about it like tickled the
It kind
weeb
of
thing
it kind
for
of did
me.
it for you.
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
And I felt like it was a less malicious cigarette goat tree than the typical tell us who the booger boot is,
Well,
and then
true,
tell us
yeah.
the pretty sexy one.
Yeah, who's the weakest one here?
Who's going home next, and who
Yeah.
do you want to fuck?
Who shouldn't do drag?
Who should do drag but not get paid,
Paid
for
for
it? So I'll go through these really quick and just share where everybody was ranked. Brigading is at number 10. 9 is Vinyas. How is she so low?
Crazy. Underestimated? Like
completely.
I don't know.
Number 8 is Marina. Number
Also, like what?
But it wasn't even her alone. She was tied with Silhouette.
This bitch can't have anything. Like that is actually crazy.
It's evil. Number 6 technically is Lady Morgana. 5 is Gigi Era. How did she end up in the middle of the pack? And she was next to go home. They really were like, oh, she's going to go far.
See, that's what happens when you don't stone your pussy.
You're so
She
right.
said, but see how demure she was, leaving that pussy unstoned. It's like leave no stone unturned, leave no pussy unstoned.
Number 4 is Minty Fresh. 3 is Eva La Queen, which is interesting that the girls think of her as really big competition, but Eva's not seeing herself
Yeah.
in that light at all. Number 2 is Tooting, and then number 1 is Precious Paula Nicole. They are like, that's the one.
Well, and they did say that she's a very sought after queen outside of the show. Like, she's a girl who gets bookings. So
Yeah,
I guess that also reflects is like she seems to have a lot of career weight.
totally. Our teams are Precious, Vinyas, Minty, Gigi Era, and Silhouette. And then team 2 is Brigading, Marina, Tooting, Lady Morgana, and Eva. I personally don't love the 5-person girl groups. I like them at 3. Personally, I feel like 5 is just like a lot. But what I do want to give props to is this stage. There's
Yes.
LEDs in this. This is insane.
The Philippine stage is actually the coolest. The way they constantly adapt it to the runways as well. And they make the backdrop adapt to the runway, to the performance. It really is next level. Like, so impressive.
Yeah. Our 2 groups are Pink Pussy Energy, insane name, and Flex Bomb Girls. What did you think about this song?
Catchy, infectious.
It's so good. I was listening to it before we started this just to like refresh my brain, and I'm like, this really is one of the better like vocals, pre-recorded vocals. All the queens in general are really fun, and I loved their lyrics.
Yeah.
Precious doing my precious to start is insane though. Like I remember that because it's insane.
And I love it.
Smeagol to start you out is nuts, Jesse.
What better way to get it poppin'?
Reference Lord of the Rings. I did not quite understand why they all came out in masks because Precious wasn't in a mask. And then they threw them on the ground.
Well, it's like how everyone did a wig reveal but Minty.
Right. And then littered more before the other girls came out. They didn't even clean the stage.
The masks was funny to me because it's like that's the second time we see masks this season because someone came in with one too or something.
I think so. Yeah. And then Tooting did her performance in a mask.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just like it's so of the times,
Right.
And it's like I already feel like kind of like odd looking at that because like I just had a realization. I know we say we record these in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
It's June 2025.
Right.
June, halfway through the year, halfway through the decade.
Mm-hmm.
We're closer to 2030 than we are to 2020.
That's wild.
Catch that, T.
The time we're in is just of the time that we are now in.
Wow, when you put it that way.
That's tea. Sister, you
Sister,
spilled.
pickled in the head.
Okay, my just kind of general notes. Silhouette was so uncomfortable to watch. She was like
The stiffest diva.
stiffest. And watching her look around, like trying to figure out where she should be. Gigi has so much energy when she performs, but it's completely unfocused. She looked like, do you remember when Jinder was making fun of Candy Ho, like punching
my
the air
God.
during what was it? Geronimo? Like that was her whole performance, was that. Minty, or that performance look with all the stoning was the hottest thing I've ever seen in my life for a
She's so
performance number.
hot.
She is, goddamn. And Vinyas can sing.
Yes, incredible vocals.
She's even
She had
told
a really good verse.
so good. It like blew me away. Like she started singing and my mouth dropped.
Yeah.
She's told that if she was on the other team, she would have won.
Damn.
Wouldn't that suck? To be like,
was
damn,
like-
you bitches anchored me down to the bottom.
I would have been like, wait, is it too late to judge as individuals?
I wish that they had, because I mean, I think she deserved the win. Plus her look. We'll get into that in a moment. And then I think Tooting might be one of the best dancers that the show has ever had ever.
Great dancer, but also such an active face.
Mm-hmm.
She's so alive in the face, and like she's such a good performer. Like, because she was a great center, like front girl. Because even like during other parts, like when she would be in the chorus, like when it was Eva's and she was in front of her and she did they call her Miss Eva. Like her face is so energetic.
Yeah.
Like very impressive.
I loved Eva's segment where she like pops up out of the center.
Yeah.
It was cool. They blocked that really well.
The blocking was crazy.
Yeah.
They let everyone really shine and like have their own thing. It was a really strong number.
Eva's line was fun where she was like, I'm pretty, I'm polished, whatever she said, but I've got 2 left feet.
Yeah. So funny.
This was really, really fun. I enjoyed it. So the runway category is shake, rattle, and runway. And it's like a spoopy situation, kind of like the España 2 one where they had to do horror very early.
So, okay. Because it's like Demon Baby? Shake, Rattle, and Rampa?
Yeah. It seemed to be a cultural reference that was not explained, but it did seem to be some type of evil spirit.
Evil spirit, Demon Baby, yes. But we get some crazy looks.
Yeah. I feel
There's
like
only one. There's one.
There's one really crazy look. I feel like these types of runways we really enjoy because they're very Dragula. So let's like speed through them all really quick and we can just breeze by the ones we don't like.
Yeah.
Precious with these double babies and the one that walks away and it's like going off the stage. Her yelling like, come back, baby. That was so weird, but I lived.
I loved it. It was giving me the YouTube video of the crow woman who lip syncs and I Will Always Love You with the long black hair. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I hate that.
And then
I
she
do.
pulls out the little like baby and that starts crawling. It was giving me
hate
that.
I do.
Love that video. Love her.
It's insane. Mechanical babies at Drag Race.
We need more mechanical babies. Bloody mechanical demon babies.
Demon babies. This was a week where Silhouette should have shown. Like, this is her runway, in my opinion. Like, I look at this and I'm like, this is the one that Silhouette should shine on. And it was like, blah, blah, blah.
It was pretty.
Yeah.
I like her with red hair, I will say. The kind of like gingery auburn hair, I think is doing it for her.
Yeah, the hair is really beautiful. She does say that her demon baby is Marina, though.
It looks literally like how Gigi painted, though. Like, it looks like Gigi.
You zoom in and it's just Gigi era.
It's just a tiny Gigi era.
Minty's look. I thought was very simplistic. It was inspired by witch doctors, but it was still super cool.
It was cool. It was pretty. It
And is
was,
that knit?
yeah, it looks like a knit dress. Yeah, like a sweatery kind of dress with bones.
Oh, those bones.
The I mean, I ate bugs and fucked myself with bones. Like,
I love that there's even bones on the shoes too.
the shoes.
The shoes. What'd you think about Gigi Era?
Shut it down.
It shut down the party.
Like Spanky Jackson, she's giving real body, no tights, no shapewear, just natural flesh. Like your favorite Shrimala, barefooted on the runway.
The makeup is insane.
The makeup is giving. I don't know what
It's giving baboon.
Not baboon. It's
not
giving
even giving
baboon. It's
demon.
giving like 80s like skeleton zombie where it's like they're doing all of the like chunky prosthetics over their face, so it's like such a bulbous like it's supposed to be like a skull, but it's a
Right.
skull over like clear flesh.
Right.
Cause like they're so like pale, so pale, but their eyes are sunken in like it's like a skeleton. It's evil.
I appreciated her commitment to crawling, but it was evil. It was demonic. We have Venus Deluxe, who I screamed over. I still don't understand how she did this. Even like when she turned around, I'm like, how?
Right? I mean, like her poor back, like that hurts to like be in that position, like and like contort. Like I couldn't. The way
And
she
not
was doing it.
this level of drag? Mama, shut it down. Give her the crown. I know she doesn't win, but give her the crown.
It's so good. The concept, the execution, the fine detailing, like how the guts are like stoned little streamers of fabric, the way her mug is done, like it's just all so good.
In a RuPaul Judge season, they would have said, Purple Team, you are the winning group. Venus Deluxe, you're the winner of the challenge. All 6 of you are safe, and the 4 of you on Pink Team are in the bottom. Like, I fully think that would have happened if Ru was judging this. Because, I mean, Venus killed it in the challenge, and then this look is so insane.
I mean, yeah, no, she really ate it up this week, like hands down.
And transformed in a cool way. Then we have Turing. She called this a tick-tick, which is a warning, is what she said.
I mean, it's cool. It's really cool.
They love to be barefoot bitches out there in Philippines, huh?
Immersion.
You're
I need
so
to feel
right.
my feet on the earth.
I have to feel my feet on the LEDs, the warmth. It radiates up to my soul. Eva La Queen is a shape-shifting auntie priestess. I loved it. She's so creepy in this look.
I'm feeling like a shape-shifting auntie priestess. Yeah, it's cute. It's very cute. I like the hair again. It's a little like Winifred Sanders. Like,
Very.
I don't love the like outfit itself, but I mean she like executes everything so strongly.
Mm-hmm. And she presented it well, I think, even if it wasn't her best.
Yes, totally.
Marina was doing like a mermaid look, which kind of felt out of theme from everyone.
I think it was a little too pretty for the
Yeah.
rest of the runway because I think like aquatic horror and like mermaid horror is definitely a thing, and like kappas and like I don't know. I'm just thinking of like little like mer people,
Totally.
like little swamp people. Like I can see that, but I don't know. It was a little too pretty.
I would agree. And then Brigading is a like clairvoyant with bleeding eyes. I bet she didn't see that in the cards.
She put the blood in the eyes first and then got ready for everything else. And that surely explains it.
I want to talk about my favorite queen, and that's Lady Morgana in this crunchy rainbow wig.
What is it giving? It's giving It's Tina Burner reached Nirvana. The rainbow Tina Burner wig, like it reaches enlightenment, and it's going up to heaven, and that's what it turns into. It softens into a pastel. Gold feathers fall all around it. She is turning and burning it one last time.
You've never played Banjo-Tooie, have you?
No.
It's giving Canary Mary.
Oh.
Look her up.
Canary.
Look up Canary Mary. And we'll hold photos side by side.
I'm still looking at Brigadine's.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's giving Canary Mary.
Oh no.
Without the boobs, but
In
yeah,
this like A-line dress, I can't with her. I can't take her.
She's puss. This was a really cool runway. Flex Bomb girls are called as the top group, and honestly, it was because of Tooting. I think the others were great, but it was Tooting that really did it. And she is the winner. And while they leave, Mama Pao calls back Bringading to be like, you were the bottom bitch. How does it feel to have been in the winning team?
Right?
Since you were the bottom. And it's like, she pulled out her little spoon. She spun around that soup and she went, ooh, delicious. You can go now.
Just as sweet as St. Lucia.
And then Mama Pao asked the question. It is week 3, bitch. It is week 3. Precious Paula Nicole says Gigi era. Silhouette says Gigi because she misses details and lacks polish and storyline.
She said, it's only week 3, but I feel like you do hate each other enough for this. I feel like there is enough blood in the water.
I really want these sharks to start swimming. Minty says Gigi for no real reason. Gigi says Silhouette because she didn't think that her look was accurate. And Jiggly cackled. Like, couldn't even stop herself cackled.
She said, because you're giving the realness. I love Jiggly on the panel because she'll laugh when there's shade. She'll laugh when there's like an awkward beat. Like, she is that girl. She's so...
She knows what time it is.
Jiggles love.
And then Venus says Gigi as well. So Gigi's like the clear one that they all think should go.
It's no longer Gigi's era.
No. The bottom song is between Gigi and Silhouette, which I was not expecting Silhouette to lip sync this early, to Glamazon by RuPaul as Monsters.
Monsters, Mary. No, literally, like, I hope that RuPaul was like in her makeup chair, like getting in beat for like Versus the World or something, like, oh, RuPaul, like they lip sync to your song in Philippines, watch. And it's just Gigi doing the chasse like Laganja Estranja did when she got eliminated.
Right.
Sachet Chante. It was crazy.
It was nuts. And you said they've used a couple RuPaul songs, I think, in this season, don't they?
Yes, here and just throughout the franchise. We get a lot of RuPaul songs in Philippines. It's either like a Philippine song, a song we've seen on Drag Race before, like lip sync 3 times, or a RuPaul song. Those are like the options.
You know what I was just thinking the other day after watching Jiggly on here? I would love in the Slation Royale if like the first lip sync song was an homage to Jiggly and they did like Toxic.
Aww.
If it's like a top 2 situation. Obviously, if anyone's going home, don't touch
or
it.
Born This Way.
Oh, that would be fun too. Literally any of the songs she lip synced to, I think would be really fun as an homage to her. In Untucked, I do want to talk about the one thing I did not like was the emotional manipulation of Silhouette by posting a photo of her and her grandma together.
Yeah.
After she had this story about her grandma's forgetting her.
Yeah.
And how so many things are happening. And she's been like feuding. She's at the bottom this week. And they're like, hey, bitch, here you go.
I'm glad that she held them to task for it, though.
Yeah. She like wanted to walk out. She's like, I'm not here to do this.
I think it was effective because she created enough drama that it had to be included, but it also challenged the narrative and what they were directly trying to do with her.
Right.
So it was like included, but it didn't make them look good, but it was so interesting that like
Right.
it made it, because that was a direct call out of production, how she's being treated, how she's being handled. But because of the drama and the craze that was made, yeah, it had to be preserved.
Right. It was very interesting as a TV device, but yeah, I am glad that she called it out. So we're at the end of this run. I haven't watched anything else from beyond this point. So I don't know what to expect going forward, other than I know Precious wins. Any controversial opinions, spicy takes?
I honestly feel like we could have shifted the wins.
Okay.
Because, like, I feel like Minty... Okay. I still am between... You said Venus. I think Precious Paul Nicole for the first episode. But then Minty could have won the second episode. And then Venus could have won the third episode. But also... Turing is that bitch, so I want Turing to have that third episode win.
Yeah.
So it's so hard.
It is.
Like,
it's tough.
I also feel like Venus's win in episode 2 kind of was like, oh, well, you've been doing so good. And we're not going to give it to Minty 2 weeks in a row.
Right.
But we also... I feel like if Minty hadn't won the first week, she would have won the second week.
Yeah.
So I feel like the wins could be shifted, but I'm ultimately happy with all of those girls getting a win because I love them all.
I would have maybe had it be week 1 would have been Eva as winning. Week 2 would have been Minty. And then this week, Purple Team is called safe, but Venus is the winner of the entire thing because her vocals were good, her performance was good, and her runway was top tier. And then just leave the clear bottom 4 because, I mean, Venus was never even in consideration for the bottom. I feel like maybe the other 2, outside of Silhouette and Gigi, could have been in the bottom.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because, I mean, they were all kind of equally not good in that challenge. Like, I think Precious was maybe the best of the worst. Like, high level. But,
fair.
like, I don't know. That's how I would have done it, is redistributing. However, I will say, just based off of everything, like, I watched the show knowing that everything's TV, but hoping that there will be moments of competition. Everything I've watched so far, when they're like, and the winner is, I'll usually say like, oh, I think it's this one.
Yeah.
Competition-wise first. And then they'll call them, and I'm like, okay, that feels right. The bottom 2 is them and them. And then they say it, and I'm like, okay, this feels like it's more competition-focused than TV-focused.
Correct.
Correct. These wins are correct.
Yes. Feels
correct. Love Kim and Couture. By the time that this airs, we might actually have like a solid cast of who the Slasian Royale is going to be.
It's probably going to be aired in the boot and wrapped.
Right?
We're recording this in 2022.
Exactly. Yeah, I would agree with you. Maybe we could shift some of the wins, but also I'm not terribly mad at them either. And also the fact that I don't think Precious is emerged fully as like the winner yet, in the same way that kind of Giselle hadn't really emerged by now as the front runner, you know,
just because it's such a strong cast. There's so many stars that it's like anyone could have cinched at any moment.
This was a fun opener.
Yeah, totally.
We're talking about the next 3 episodes next week, and then I think we're doing the last 4 because I think this is only like a 10 episode season. I think something like that. Or maybe it's a little bit longer. I can't remember. In any case, we're doing the next 3.
Which includes Snatch Game.
Oh, I'm excited and nervous.
Be excited. There's some really funny Snatch Game moments.
Okay.
There's at least one performance, at least 2 that I think make it all worth it.
I feel like just from what I know about Marina, I feel like she'll be okay. I don't think she'll be unwatchable.
Yeah, definitely not unwatchable.
I feel like a lot of these girlies seem like their TV presence is strong enough that they'll be able to survive and not flounder.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for more. I love this cast already.
Yes.
Love them a lot.
Yes. It's that good shit.
Thank you for listening, everyone, and tuning in. We will talk about the next 3 episodes next week. Remember, you're doing a great job. You're doing the best you can, and that is all you can do. Good night.
Bye.